So it is super Sunday indeed when it comes to sports. You've got all bases covered today. Cricket, you've got India, England. F1, you have the Austrian Grand Prix.
Yeah, Austria, not
Then
Australia.
you've got the Hockey World Cup where India are going to play the crossovers. But our main focus for all you tennis fans is Wimbledon final. Novak Djokovic versus Nick Kyrgios. One, a certified bona fide legend. The other, a hot tempered, mercurial, volatile Aussie who's going to imagine an Australian winning a major tournament in England.
For the first time, mind you.
It's not going to be the first time.
No, first time for him, not
Yeah,
for...
it's not going to be the first time that an Australian sticks up to an English main event. The Ashes will be proof of that. So, Nick Kyrgios, one bad boy, and Novak Djokovic, a rather controversial figure.
That's the thing. The center court crowd is going to have a hard time picking who to boo.
Exactly.
Neither of them are fans. Neither are
Yep.
fans. They
Yep.
have their fans there.
So let us just take you back to how these guys came to the final. You will know that unfortunately Rafael Nadal's withdrawal ensured that Nick Kyrgios got into the final with a walkover.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Novak Djokovic also did not make any fans when he dismissed or when he rather say defeated home favorite Cameron Norrie.
I don't think it's even the fact that he defeated him. It's the fact that he was his antics afterwards,
Yes.
blowing a kiss and sending him away. Again, it's very unnecessary, but it's
Yep.
classic Novak at this point.
It's classic Novak. On the other hand, Novak Djokovic will be aiming for his 21st Grand Slam and his 7th Wimbledon. If he wins the 7th Wimbledon, he will draw level with the great Pete Sampras. And also, he'll be just one behind Roger Federer when it comes to the men.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Kyrgios has this one huge stat in his favor when it comes to Novak Djokovic. They're actually, Shane, this is one shocking stat. They are meeting after 5 years. And Novak Djokovic has never beaten Nick Kyrgios.
Yeah, the head-to-head record is 2-0 in favor of Kyrgios. But of course, see, the context here is I think both were in ATP tournaments
Yes.
and both were on hard courts. So
Yep.
again, in grass, they've never faced off. And again, it's not that surprising that neither of them have faced off. Kyrgios has always been a case of, you can say in many ways, wasted potential. As a junior, a lot of people saw a lot special in him, but more often than not, volatility, temper issues, attitude issues kind of stymied his rise, and he became the type of player who would normally make it to the second or third round,
Yes.
then get knocked out. That would be it. I think his highest, in fact, in the rankings that he reached was in 2016. So that was his career high. Since then, he's absolutely fallen. And, the fact that he's even made it this far for him is almost an accomplishment. It's just a shame that he won't have ranking points to show for it because
Yeah.
the ATP, of course, as we know, took away ranking points from Wimbledon.
And Aussie players and Aussie tennis stars, what is it with their meltdown? Nick Kyrgios does not have a good reputation both on and off the court. If Rafael Nadal had met Nick Kyrgios in the semi-final,
There would have been fireworks flying for sure. Because,
Yeah.
again, even with Rafa, and I say this as someone who has the utmost respect for him, he too can be a little sneaky in his ways sometimes. He's perfected dark arts. So whether it be, how long he'll take to serve, whether it be the timing of his medical breaks, although I don't agree that, there are a lot of people who a minority, a vocal minority, who said that his timing of the breaks versus Fritz was a bit, problematic. I don't think it was because you could clearly see that he was physically very affected.
Yes.
But Nadal does have that tendency, and I don't think Kyrgios would have been very happy if that was happening
Yep.
in the semi.
Indeed. So it's gonna be a very volatile, and as Shane pointed out, a volatile match. Who do the British public support? Kyrgios could be the lesser of the demon, considering Novak's last couple of months has been pretty volatile.
Yeah, and the thing is that, one of the things which made Novak so unpopular in recent times, apart from obviously, the racket smashing, the attitude when it comes to, when he's playing in between.
Yep.
There's also the fact that, his anti-vaccine stance alienated a lot of people. And London, remember, was one place where the vaccination rate's pretty high.
Yeah.
So generally speaking, there's not been a lot of that sentiment because remember, it took them a long time for them to actually reach the point where they are now, where they are living with COVID in their own words.
Yes.
So, there was a lot of the lockdown they had. Remember, they had severe lockdowns even during the second wave. So they've not been very pleased with him coming out and saying in the open that, I would rather miss US Open than actually get vaccinated. So this could very well be, the last time you see Novak in action in a Grand Slam this year.
This year, yeah.
Remember, he missed Australia, played France, and now will play here.
Yep.
So again, US Open, he's not going to be granted this one
Granted,
because
yep.
he's not vaxxed.
Yes.
So that has alienated them. But again, see, Kyrgios, as you're saying, is the lesser of two evils. Remember, this is the same guy who was spitting on fans in the first round.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Indeed.
yeah, and I mean, is now being, embroiled in legal cases outside, which I'm not going to mention for legal reasons.
Yes.
Google it if you please.
Yeah.
So, again, but he's probably the lesser of two evils because Novak over the years, again, he's beaten Federer at centre court as well.
Oh, yeah.
And Federer is a darling of the Wimbledon faithful. So again, he's not going to be very popular there. I don't think, at least. I think Kyrgios will just have a very slight edge.
Slight edge. Yeah,
when it
that's
comes
what I
to-
think Sarthak Dhar is kind of saying, that maybe Kyrgios can upset Djokovic.
The thing with Djoko is, more often than not, he's a mentality monster in big games. But if the crowd gets to him a little much, if it can needle him enough,
Yeah.
and if the player on the opposite side needles him a lot, again, crowd will definitely, I don't think, be entirely in favor of him. But remember, even when him and Nadal were facing
Yeah.
off at the French Open, then also Nadal was taking a little long with his points. Sometimes, luck wasn't going his way. He kind of got flustered. So
Yes.
if I think that's what we'll see Kyrgios do. And this is, I'm more interested in this tennis match, not for what the tennis we're going to see, but for the gamesmanship you're going
Yeah,
to see.
I mean, let's not forget, Djokovic, if you think the crowd are against him, the player could get to him. Remember, even officials can get under his skin.
Yeah,
who can
he-
forget the
he
default
got
at
exactly
US
US Open 2020. He got defaulted.
Yes, so who knows what might happen. I mean, this Wimbledon would be remembered for having two of the most unpopular players. Any comments about Rafa?
The
please?
Sharmas. I mean, well, there's nothing much to say. Unfortunately, he got ruled out. Otherwise, I think he would have been final favorite to take this thing, and maybe just maybe take a calendar slam.
Yeah.
Because I think he would have taken an extended break after Wimbledon if his body pulled through. He would have
Yes.
come back for the US Open, and that's it. So,
Yeah, so Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic came very close to the calendar slam last year,
Yeah, and then
but
Medvedev
Daniil
denied
Medvedev
that.
denied
Correct.
that. Now Nadal's chances of a calendar slam, and looking at the way how all these three guys play, Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, it's very, very difficult to achieve the calendar slam.
it's
because
very hard.
even the upcoming players like Tsitsipas, like Medvedev, even they too are on level terms with them. So very, very difficult to achieve the calendar slam. Now whether Nadal recovers from his injuries and plays the US Open, we don't know about it. Maybe one hopes that he comes back. Even when he tweeted out the statement that he hopes to be back next year. Because
He doesn't really know, I think,
Yeah.
how things are going to go, obviously, and you understand that because remember, even in French Open, he was playing through the pain.
Yes. Remember, he's playing with a very painful left foot. It's on the verge of being deformed. That is the amount. And you have to rest his muscles there. He gets an injection to rest his muscle and numb the pain so that he can play through it. That is the amount of pain that Nadal is carrying. And remember, age is also not on Nadal's side. So maybe one hopes that he's back for the US Open or at worst 2023.
In the to defend his crown in Australia. Sure.
Yes, imagine. Yes, Novak Djokovic missed the Australian Open because of his
Vaccination
anti-vaccine
status, yes,
status.
or lack of it. Yeah.
So there are three very important stats. Can Djokovic beat Kyrgios for the first time ever? Can Djokovic win Wimbledon for the 7th time and register Grand Slam number 21? Or will Nick Kyrgios achieve the unthinkable? An Australian winning... Remember, no Australian has won the Wimbledon title ever since Pat Cash
And that
in
was years back.
1987.
Exactly.
And Pat Rafter did come close. He did reach the final against Goran Ivanisevic, but he lost in 2001. Remember, if that one match I can remember, almost everybody at Centre Court or Henman Hill or anywhere else in London, they were rooting for Goran.
Exactly.
He was the ultimate tragedy story, but he became one of the best wild cards to ever win Wimbledon. So, Kyrgios or Djokovic? My vote goes for Djokovic because he is a big game player. Finals bring out the best in Novak. When was the last time he lost a final? You'll have to really stretch
Cast your mind back. Yeah,
It's apart from the US Open.
US
He lost
Open 2020, that was the last one.
2021, yeah. But
21,
apart
yeah.
from that, when was the last time he lost a final? You have to really stretch your mind back.
Yeah, I think, obviously Djokovic is the favorite, but again, I'm saying, I think Kyrgios will have to, employ his dark arts. If he can do that, he has a chance. And personally,
Yeah.
I'm all for seeing that. I
Yes.
would be very, very entertaining in the best way possible.
Yep.
Also because, most importantly, the Wimbledon crowd will lose their mind.
Yep.
So it's going to become a case of booze raining down on both players, and I'm saying I'm there for that. I want to see that. So
Not
of course
only the action on the court, but the post ceremony, the ceremony that happens, I'll be interested to see.
who says
they-
what?
Yeah.
Exactly. That would be very, very interesting.
Yeah. Sherdil is saying Roland Garros 2020 final. Yes.
Hmm.
Nadal absolutely thrashed him in that in 3
Yeah,
sets.
that was the one time he was really outdone comprehensively in a final.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the match begins at 6:30 p.m. IST.
So that's about 2 hours from now.
Yeah. So it's all set for a classic. My vote is for Novak Djokovic doing it.
But I would want, I hope, heart says that I want Kyrgios to just get that one win.
Yeah, I mean, you
No
would,
harm.
you would
No
want
harm.
someone to win apart from the big three.
Big three, exactly.
Yeah,
And this year has been pretty dominated by Nadal, so...
Yep.
Yeah, so let's see who wins. We don't forget to join us live. We will be coming to you
Yes.
guys afterwards to talk about the match as well. So,
Yep.
do join us for that. Thank you all for joining us here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave us a comment. We do read everything you say. And last but not the least, tap the bell icon so you know when we are going live or uploading a new video. So he's been Siddharth Vishwanathan. I'm Shane Dias. Bye-bye.
And we are
See you
also
later.
there on Facebook,
And don't
Twitter,
forget,
and Instagram.
Yeah, follow us across social media platforms. We're there everywhere, posting some very interesting content. Do follow us for that. Again, thank you for joining us. And bye-bye for now. Vanakkam.
Vanakkam.